When Fort Missoula was first built in 1877, western Montana was transitioning from frontier to civilization, and the Army's presence was seen as a protection during the era of Indian uprisings. It also brought a steady military payroll to Missoula's young economy. Fort Missoula would host everything from bicycle-mounted buffalo soldiers to an internment camp during the frightened days of World War II, a busy place where pictures show the March of Progress. Monday, that long history came to an end as the Army handed over control of the final two buildings to the Forest Service, part of closing and consolidating bases across the country.
Today's a bittersweet day as the Army closes its last historic building here at Fort Missoula. Fort Missoula has a long and storied history and was a major outpost and an economic driver as the United States in its infancy expanded westward.
Can you imagine the changes this post has seen? From getting around on horseback and bicycles and to motorized vehicles. But the mission has always been the same: to train soldiers, to protect the citizens.
With a 21-gun salute, it was time to strike the colors for the final time in 136 years. Then an ROTC soldier was given the final assignment at Fort Missoula, carrying the folded flag across the parade grounds where thousands of soldiers marched over the years.
The Army is not leaving Missoula, Montana. All right, we're still here. We have National Guard and an Army Reserve. Just we're in different locations, but we're still here. We're not leaving.
Today's ceremony marks the closing of a chapter in western Montana history, but it doesn't erase the legacy of what's happened here, a central part of the history of the Northern Rockies. At Fort Missoula, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.